Welcome students, welcome to the lecture number 2 of chapter using Python libraries. Okay, in the next chapter I have given you an overview of modules, packages, libraries, okay, and why we use the modules. Okay, so now let me give you some more information about it. So Python program basically use three components. Okay, so there are the three major components in the Python program, and they are basically functions, which we have studied in the previous chapter, and functions we also call them as submodules. Okay, the next is modules, and the third one is library, or we can call it as packages. Okay, so basically the Python program is divided into these three major components, that is functions, modules, and library. Okay, so in this chapter basically we are going to study about these three components. How to create a function we have already studied in the previous chapter. So let's begin with the module part. Okay, so first of all we want to know that what is basically a module in Python, right? Suppose we created a blank file, we open a blank file in Python and write a function number 1 in it. Okay, suppose this function number 1 is related to some particular task, then I again define another function in it by the name of fun2. Okay, after that I define another function by the name of fun3. So in this file I have created three functions, right? And along with that, in this file I have taken two variables. One is %, that is equal to 15, and the com is basically for commission. Okay, so I have taken the commission as 12. So these two are taken as the variables. Okay, so I created open a blank file and created three functions in it, and also declared two variables in it, right? So as this file contains functions, variables, so I can consider this file as a module. Okay, I can consider this file as a module, right? So what we can say that module is basically a file, right? Let me activate the pointer first. All right, so what is basically a module? A module is basically a file consisting of Python codes. So in that file Python codes are present. Okay, so that can divide, and what kind of code is present? Like functions, classes, variables related to a particular task. So according to this information, a module is basically a file which consists of Python code, and that code include functions, classes, and variables. Right now in this example I have included the concept of functions and the concept of variables, right? These three are basically the functions, okay, and these two are basically the variables. So in this diagram I have taken the example of functions and variables only. Okay, so the module is basically a file which contains functions, variables related to a particular task. Okay, so what is benefit of making a module? Listen, a module allow user to organize code by grouping related codes, which make the code easier to understand and use. So what is the basic benefit of using a module? Because modules provide us a concept through which we can prepare a group of related functions in a file. Okay, all the functions which are basically related to a particular topic, we can arrange all those functions in a particular file. So this feature is available to us through modules. Okay, now what are basically the advantages of Python module? Okay, first, that putting the code into modules is useful because of the ability to import the module functionality. Suppose if I created a module and I put 100 functions in that module. Okay, suppose if I created a module and added 100 functions in that module, then you can see that just by using the import statement I can access the module in my program. So by this way I can access all those 100 functions which are present in that module. Okay, so simple is that, because because module provides us an ability to import the module functionality. So whatever the functions present in the module, after importing that module in our program, we can access all those functions which is present in that module. Okay, the next point is that a module can be used in some other Python code, hence it provides the facility of code reusability. As I told you earlier, that suppose I created a module and included 100 functions in it. So what is the benefit of what is basically the benefit I'm getting by making the module? Because once a module is created, then I can access that module or use that module in any of the program. I don't have to define all the functions again and again. No, once a module is created with all the functions, then what I have to do in my program, I have to just import that module and I can straight away use any of the function which is present in that module. So it means whatever function present in the module, a user can access the module and then reuse those functions in his program. Okay, now the next thing is grouping related codes into a module. Okay, makes the code easier to understand and use. All right, suppose if I created a module named as accounts. Okay, so I know that if I created a module named as account, then obviously all the functions which are present in the account module is basically related to the accountings. Okay, and let me give you one more example. We have a module named as math module. Okay, so we know that in the math module all the mathematical functions are available. Okay, no other functions other than the mathematical is included in that module, right? So module makes us the code easier to understand and use. It means if we are using the math module, then obviously it is understandable that the math module contains all the functions related to mathematics only, right? And the last point is that similar type of attributes can be placed in a single module. As you see in my previous slide, that along with the functions, I can also include variables in that file. In the previous slide you have seen that in the module I have created 3 functions, and along with that I have also created 2 variables. Okay, one variable is basically percent and other variable is basically commission. So it means that similar type of attributes like variables can also be placed in a single module. So obviously we can also place some variable which are related to the module, right, so that which supports the functionality of the module. So these are basically some advantages of Python module, right? Now after discussing these advantages of Python module, let us see that how we can import module in our program. So I want to know that what are the various techniques through which I can add module in my program. So the first thing is by using the import statement. Okay, so import statement is very useful for adding the module in your program. How you will use it? First you will write import and then you will write the name of the module. Okay, let me show you this thing practically also. Let me open the Python editor first. So I think it's opening now. The Python interactive mode appears. Suppose if I have written import math. Okay, so by this statement math module is included, and I can access any of the function which is present in that module by writing math dot, suppose I write sqrt and within the brackets I write 18. Okay, so what this function will do, this function finds the square root of 18 and store it in x. So if I write x, you will get the answer that square root of 18 is around 4.2426, whatever be the answer. Okay, so you can see that there is a one method for adding module is simply write import and then the module name. Okay, and then you can use any of the function which is present in that module. How? By writing the name of the module and then dot and then the name of the function which is required in that module. Okay, so this is basically the first way. Now the second way is by using from statement, okay, by using from statement. So how we use this from statement, that first you have to like from, then you have to write the module name, then import, then the function which you want to include, okay. So if I want to add only specific function from that module, then what will I do? I will simply write from, suppose math, import sqrt, so and comma, let me import one more function, that is power also, okay. Right, cannot import power from math, right, just wait, from math first we import the math module, sqrt module. Now you can see that I have included the sqrt module. Now I again want to find the square root of 18. Now at this time, as you see in the above example, we have written math.sqrt, but at this time what we have to do, we don't have to write math.sqrt, we can simply use sqrt of 18, sorry 8, so we get the answer like this, okay. So now suppose we want to also include this power module also, power function also. Actually the name of that function is basically POW, not POWER, okay. So that's why it is showing me an error. Suppose if I again write this statement from math import POW, then obviously if I write x is equal to POW, suppose I have written 3 comma 4, so it will give me the answer of 3 raised to power 4, and if when you print x, you will get the answer as 81, right. So it is said that we can also use, we can also add specific function from the module by using from statement. And when I use the from statement, then in order to use any of the function, I don't have to use the module name first. You can see over here that I have written import math, then I have to add math dot this word before every function, okay. But suppose over here you can see that from math I import the sqrt module, from the math I imported the POW module, then in that case I don't have to include the word math dot, right. So when you using from, then you can skip the name of the module before every function name, right. And there is one more, by using import star. So what this import star will help, if I write more from module name and import star, in spite of importing the particular functions by writing their names, if I write star over there, then what will happen, all the modules which are present in that, all the functions which is present in that module will automatically added in our program, okay. So let's see that if I write from, the name of the module is math import, and then I will write star, okay. So it means all the functions present in the math module is included, right. So let me first maximize it so that we can view all the answers. Now x is equal to sqrt of, when I write 18, okay, I will get the square root of 18, and if I write x is equal to POW 3 comma 4, then I am getting the result of 3 raised to power 4. So if I write from math import star, then I can use any of the function present in that module, and I don't have to prefix the module name before every function name, okay. But if I just write simple this one from import math, then obviously I have to include the name of the module before every function, like this math.sqrt, okay. So basically I have practically shown you that how you can use the modules in the 3 ways, okay. How you can access the module in your program by using any of the 3 given ways, okay. Now let us create a simple example, okay, in which I want to create a module named as volume, right, which basically finds the volume of different shapes, and I have written some shapes like cube, cuboid, cylinder and cone, okay. So let me create a module for it. Now I will open a file, a new file first, okay, and in that new file I am going to write definition. So first I write def, and the first one is basically cube, okay. All right, and in the cube the formula given to us is basically yes, the formula is given is cube is equal to side cube. This is the formula for finding the volume of a cube, okay. So we will take side as a parameter over here, and then what I will return side star star 3. You know that this is an exponential symbol, and it will find the result of side ki power 3, okay. So this is the first function I have created. Now def. Now the second function is basically, okay, the second function is basically cuboid, and cuboid is basically is equal to length into width into height, okay. So def cuboid, and it will give the length and GTH length, width and height, okay. And what this function will do, this function will return the product of length into width into height, okay. I again create a module, and the name of that module will be cylinder, and the formula is pi r square h, okay. So def cylinder, and suppose this function will contain r for radius and h for height, okay. So what I will do, I will return pi r square, so 3.14 into r square. So we will put r star star square into h. So pi 3.14 is basically pi into r square h. So pi r square h, okay. And along with that there is another last one is basically cone. The cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h, okay. So def cone r comma h, and in this case we return 3.14 into r square into h, sorry, h, okay, and then whole divide by 3. All right. So these are basically the functions which I defined in the module. After that I will save this module by the name of volume. So I have given the name as volume, okay. So this file gets stored by the name of volume.py, right. Now as my volume module is created, I will use this module from the interactive mode after importing this module, okay. So let us do this question, right. So first we have to import this module which I have created. So I will simply write import, and the module name is basically volume, okay. So the volume module is imported. Now what I have to do, I have to use every function which is present in that module. So first I have created a function that is cube, okay. So I will use the cube. So print and then I write the volume of cube is equal to comma, then I call the function, and for calling the function first I have to write the name of the module, that is volume, then dot, and the name of the function is cube, and suppose I have given the size as 5, right. So let me see that what will be the answer shown to me. So the volume of cube is 125. So if I put 5 to power 3, then obviously I will get 125, okay everyone. Now if I want to use this next function like print, let me do one thing, let me copy this line, copy, right. So the volume of cuboid, OID, right. So for volume of cuboid, OID, I think the name is given by me is OIS. We have to give three parameters, that is length, width and height. So suppose if I given like this, okay, then what will be the answer? You can see the volume of the cuboid is 140. So 5 into 4, 5 4s are 20 and 20 into 7, 140. Okay, the next one is basically cylinder in which we have to give radius and height. Okay, so I just copy the same code and write over here cylinder. Okay, so volume dot cylinder, and then I have to give the value of radius. Suppose 4.5 is the radius and the height is basically 8. Okay, so let us see that volume of the cylinder is 508 point, this one. Okay, and suppose if I write volume of, I think it is cone. Okay, so volume of cone is, if I give the same values like 4.5 and 8, so the volume of cube is basically 1 by 3 pi r square h. So it will find it and give us the result. What is basically the problem? Okay, actually by we have to write the name of volume of cone. Okay, volume dot, sorry, yeah, I have written cube over here, which is wrong. So I have to change it, put the name of the function as cone. Okay, because I am calling the cone function, but in spite of cone function I called the cube function. Okay, and the cube function takes only a single parameter. So I will write 4.5 comma 8. Okay, then let's see, we get the volume of cone as 169.56. Okay, so in this way we have created a basically module by the name of volume, and also use that module in our interactive mode also. Okay, so that's all for today lecture. I hope you understand what is the concept of module. So you have to make all the notes, write down all the notes which I have discussed in the PPT, and also the coding which I have done in this question. So thank you very much for today. Have a nice day. Bye.